Good evening, everyone. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's not the person refusing to let go of the past, but the past refusing to let go of the person. Trauma permanently changes us. It is something that does not get talked about very often. It is a subject that so many men and women suffer in silence. I, like so many others, struggle with PTSD. Will people judge me if I share my struggle? Are they going to judge me for being weak? I was and am a soldier, and it is said that we're not supposed to show fear or doubt. I'm a male, how dare we show our emotions? We try to bury those things we are not proud of deep down in our souls. We try to move on with our lives after we get back home from deployment, but things just never are the same as when we left. Here's a little bit about me. I've been married to my wife, Tessa, for 14 years just this past Tuesday. We have a daughter named Maren, who is 6 years old. I've worked at Habitat for Humanity for 14 years as a resource manager, and it is truly my passion to help serve the big community. I'm a veteran of the Army Reserves. I served this great country and protected our freedom from 1997 until 2005. My MOS, or job in Army, was an administration specialist at a battalion level. In November of 2003, our unit had been put on alert in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, which meant that we would be sent to Afghanistan to go all kinds of different missions. We left for Fort McCoy, Wisconsin on Valentine's Day 2004, where we spent until the first part of May 2004 training for a year-long deployment. Our unit was sent there to help build up the bases around Afghanistan and to make life a little bit better for soldiers. We built runways so larger planes could land. We also built a very large prison, cleared out landmines to make more room for troops, did humanitarian aid missions to some of the local schools, and provided security and guard towers on base. My job as administration specialist was to support over 500 soldiers that deployed with me in getting their mail, helping with promotion packets, making sure that everyone was given the chance to go home for their 2 weeks leave. We helped make sure that soldiers got awards for their hard work and selfless service to the Army. We also made sure that the soldiers had the option to take a 4-day pass out of country to a safe base in the Middle East that had a lot more to offer than our base. The main message was to take care of others and support wherever we could. This gets hard. One would think that someone who was given the mission to take care of others would also take care of themselves. In my case, that is not true. I always put everyone else first and I put myself last. I still do this today. I put everyone else around me in front of my own health and wellness. Tessa and my family had no idea about some of the struggles and some of the close calls that I had while I was on deployment. I wanted them to think that I was safe behind a desk, but that was not true. When deployment was over, I jumped right back into normal day life and tried to leave all that happened on deployment behind me. I did pretty good with that until 2008, when I started having trouble with anxiety and depression. I went to the VA for help and was prescribed some meds, which helped me a lot. Again in 2013, struggles surfaced, and I went back to the VA for some additional help. On December 26, 2017, I had the worst and most real flashback of deployment and negative images I've ever had. As these flashbacks started to get more intense, I started to feel like I was losing control of almost everything. On December 19th, I finally broke down and told Tessa everything as she was driving me to the St. Cloud VA for help from a mental health professional. At that point, they gave me the option to start inpatient right then and there. It was 6 days before Christmas. Mind you, we have a 3-year-old daughter at the time, and I was getting together with family in Fargo. And I said, no way, I can't. Give me a little bit of time. So I thought I could make it through the holidays. Next to being deployed over the holidays, I had ever had. The day after was the day everything came crashing down. I had the most severe anxiety attack, could not stop the flashbacks of deployment, and all I had seen and done was so fresh, it wouldn't leave me alone. It was my time to begin to focus on it and get me headed in a positive mental health direction. Tessa ended up calling the Veterans Crisis Line on December 26, where they directed her to get me to the nearest ER to be medically cleared. After that process, I went directly to the VA hospital in St. Cloud. It was there that I learned of an inpatient mental health program that was focused around PTSD. It would be more than 45 days away from my family and my job, but I knew this was the time that something had to be done. I committed myself to doing this program and stayed up at the St. Cloud VA through this. I learned about living with and managing PTSD. I learned how it affects families. I learned that this is and will be a lifelong struggle. It is filled with ups and downs, just like any other disease. I learned that it can be managed if you put your mind to it, think positive, and do helpful things for your mind and body daily. There's a series of meditation videos that I watch every single morning. I take my meds, and most of all, I'm honest with people, and I can feel myself going down a not so good path. This summer, I found a passion of biking. This summer, I raised $20,000 for another veteran in Deerwood that we're building a home for right now. I rode 266 miles over 3 days, and I got support from a lot of Facebook family, businesses. I find it relaxing and time for myself. All of these are working together to keep me focused and in check. Yes, I have PTSD. Yes, it is a daily struggle. I choose to not let it take over my life or my family's life. I am strong, and I will continue to fight PTSD every day. Thank you for inviting me to come and share my story with you tonight. God bless you, and make it a great day, is what I always tell myself.